Local marketing for casual dining is expensive. Acquiring a new customer through Google, Facebook, or direct mail costs from $25 to over $100. However, by shifting this process to the restaurant floor, that customer is secured for just $8. Most marketing budgets are weighted heavily toward that first visit. Owners spend to get someone through the door once, but often lack a dedicated, sequential system to ensure those guests come back a second or third time. Implementing this $8 system requires only a few physical tools: red cocktail napkins, promotional postcards, your business card, and a pen. Moving your focus from digital ad spends to these engineered in-house interactions allows you to build a base of regular customers with significantly lower overhead. The process begins at the host stand. Instruct your staff to ask every arriving party if they have dined with you before. When a guest identifies as a first-timer, the staff places a bright red cocktail napkin at their setting instead of the usual white one. While the guest leaves happy, the data shows that the majority of first-time visitors will still not return without further incentive. When that guest returns to redeem their postcard, the presence of that physical card signals to the staff that this is their second visit. To manage the interaction correctly, the manager should wait until the very end of the meal before approaching the table. The manager asks how the guest enjoyed their meal, then suggests a different dish to try on their next visit, like the house chicken. The manager handwrites a specific flat dollar discount for that dish on the back of their business card and gives it to the guest. By setting the discount to roughly match the profit margin of that dish, the second visit becomes a break-even event for the restaurant. Because this visit was a wash financially, your total acquisition cost for this customer remains at $5. Despite 2 successful visits, the statistical likelihood of a third return only moves up to 47%. Even after 2 perfect experiences, the odds of losing that customer remain high. The sequence requires one final touchpoint. On the third visit, the guest returns and presents the handwritten business card to receive their discounted meal. Again, the manager waits until the meal is over before checking in with the table. For the final move, the manager takes the card back and writes one last offer: a free piece of cheesecake for the guest's next visit. Adding a $3 food cost for that dessert brings the total investment to $8. By securing that third visit, the statistical likelihood of the guest returning for a fourth time jumps to 72%. This $8 sequence is far more efficient than the $100 often required to generate a single visit through traditional media. Engineering this specific sequence of 3 visits moves the guest past the point of highest churn and into the 72% bracket of return likelihood. These 3 physical steps create a self-sustaining marketing engine that functions entirely within the 4 walls of the restaurant. The success of the system depends on shifting the team's priority from simply getting a first-time guest in the door to specifically securing their third visit. This system can be launched before your next service with a few immediate steps. Order your red cocktail napkins, print a set of restriction-free postcards, and train your hosts to identify new guests as they arrive. Redirecting marketing funds from media buys into these direct guest interactions lowers the cost of acquisition while significantly increasing the probability of building a regular guest base.